Hello, guys. This is Amber, and this is my lovely husband, Andrew.
What up, though?
And and we are going to have a little pillow talk.
Word.
Word. Our pillow talk discussion is going to be on quitting our jobs.
Yep.
Woohoo! Andrew and I quit our jobs January of this year.
Yep.
You want to tell
It's
them
been, what, like 7 months now?
You want to tell them what you were doing?
Yeah, sure, why not? So, I was working for the Coca-Cola company in their finance department because that's where my background is in. And so, I worked there for about 3 years. But, I had a business that I started back in 2013 called Preparing Now for the Future, which is a life coaching program, a life coaching business for high school and college students around personal finance, professional development, and career planning. And it was just time to really put forth the time and energy that the business needed for it to really get off the ground, and for me to pursue my passion. So, after praying about it, talking to the wife, we decided that was going to be the best decision for us at this particular point, before we start having kids and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a business called Back to Basics Gymnastics Academy, and we do gymnastics, kids yoga, kids cooking. We teach all sorts of things to after school programs, and mine's been going for about 4 years. So I know that when Andrew approached me about quitting for me, we had discussed it, and I decided I was going to do it. But when he told me that he wanted to quit too, I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. We both gonna be broke on the side of the road. But of course, we trusted in God, and we both quit.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if a lot of people know that we quit our jobs. Really, I don't know if we
some
really.
People know, but people that we interact with on a regular basis, they know. But I mean, there's still people who I'll share that with, and they'll be like, "What? I didn't know you quit," or be like, "Oh, I didn't know your wife quit."
It's like a double whammy. It's like, oh, you quit and your wife quit, and y'all not broke, and y'all on the side of the street yet.
That's that favor.
That is that favor, for real.
Yeah.
And I would just encourage anybody out there that's couple, single, on the fence. I mean, just do it. It's been, honestly, it's really changed us, I would say.
I just think the quality of life that we've had since we've, quit corporate America, is just like, I can't even put it into words, but just something as simple as not having to set my alarm clock to wake me up in the morning, to interrupt my sleep, to, go and, clock in at work or whatever, like that alone.
Spending time together.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like 11:30 in the morning and we're at the gym, like working out together.
And I can see how time can be such a factor in relationships. If you're working both of you are working 40-hour-a-week jobs.
Yeah.
And we don't have kids, so factoring kids, I commend those that are doing it, but man, it's made quite a difference that we're able to spend time together and see each other all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's so true, man. And I mean, honestly, like, of course, we went the entrepreneur route, and everyone is not built to be an entrepreneur. Everybody doesn't have the desire to be an entrepreneur. However, you should make sure that you're pursuing your passion.
Yes.
And, I mean, corporate America does, provide stability and benefits and other good things. But just make sure that you're doing what you enjoy.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't necessarily feel like work. You know what I'm saying? But if you do have the desire to start a business, we both would highly encourage you to just go for it. Like,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, you'll say, I'm going to try it next year. I'm going to try it, in a couple months, or I'm going to try it. But, just really do it. Like, of course, put a plan together. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just go into something just willy-nilly.
That's how I was. I was like, when he first told me, I was like, no. But we sat down, we made a plan, remember? And I was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Here are the steps we're going to take.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it, And this this talk really isn't to encourage you to quit your jobs. It's just giving you guys a little background about.
Nah, it is. Nah, it is.
Well, excuse me, sir.
It is.
Well, excuse me, but for me, it's just more. Think of there's another way, and for us, it's worked, and we're not balling by any means, but things are getting paid, lights are on, and we are highly flavored and highly blessed.
Yeah.
So, this Pillow Talk was just mainly about our journey, a very young journey. Like I said, we both just quit in January, so it hasn't been that long.
True.
But I would say that I will never, ever, never, what did we say earlier, baby? Like, never, 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 ever,
nah, it's just,
ever go back to corporate America again.
Nah, I'd rather bet on myself and the amount of work and the amount of hours and the amount of energy, I mean, all of that, the ideas and stuff that I would come up with and the credit that I would get, I would rather just spend 40 hours a week doing my thing and pursuing my passion and the mission that I feel that God has given me and placed me on this earth to do versus doing that for some corporation. I mean, really, it's like you put your dreams on hold to help build somebody else's dreams. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I can't get down with that.
Yeah, the last thing I kind of will leave them with is I was talking to a friend earlier about the job I used to work at and how we used to, when I left, they weren't doing too well. They were actually, closing stores and firing people. Mm-hmm. People that had been working there for years were getting fired. But I worked in the finance department where I was handling the money and seeing the in and outs of money. And I just remember, no matter how many people they fired, no matter how many stores were closing, which also equals other people getting fired, the owner of the company, without fail, every single month, got like $5-6 million easy. It was automatic every single month. So you have $5 million every single month. So you have this man, older man in Florida, sitting on his bottom, and has his company going under, people losing their jobs, and he easily got $5 or $6 million. And so that resonated with me where, that's what we're doing. We're helping other people get rich. So, it's just not worth it.
Nah, and I mean, and the last thing I'll say is just, in order to eventually become wealthy, you have to have multiple streams of revenue, multiple streams of income. And so, if you're working a job, that's, I'm not going to down that. That's cool. But if you want to be able to sustain long term and be able to build wealth, it takes more than just having one source of income. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about having 3 and 4 jobs, because nobody wants to spend all their life just working. Like, you have to find something that's going to provide residual income. And what I mean by that is you do the work one time, and then after that you continue to get paid, like on a monthly basis or annual basis or however long. And so, like, for example, just to give you an example, like, let's say that you sell insurance, right? And you're an insurance agent. Every time that you get someone to purchase insurance, you make a commission off of that, right? And so every time that person pays their premium, you get a certain percentage of that premium that they pay. So that's a residual income that you get every month, as long as that person continues to pay their insurance. So, that's just an example, so you kind of understand what residual income is. But you got to find a way to bring in that residual. And so Amber and myself, we've started that with It Works, as well as Cupid Travelers. Those are 2 network marketing businesses that we've joined, that we believe will provide us with some residual income, so that we don't have to continue working until we're like 50 and 60 years old.
Yeah. So we'll leave you with that, with that, that our story about how we're building not only financial freedom for ourselves, but for our future children, our future grandchildren, because that's what's important, being able to leave a legacy for our kids. Yeah. And so that's the Pillow Talk for the night.
Pillow Talk.
We hope you guys have a good evening, and look out for the next one.
Cheers.